Hey guys, what's up? Bongo Bears back again with a triple reversal. This is basically what's gonna help me get through these reversals a lot quicker. But basically, yeah, this time I am taking a look at, or we are taking a look at the 1986 Decepticons in classic form. Now, basically, oh jeez, Cyclonus is like dusty. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. But yeah, as you can see, it is in fact the 1986 Decepticons. We have Galvatron, Cyclonus, and Scourge. Now, of course, two of them came in the same line, and one was in a separate line. He's Generations, and these two are Classics 2.0. And my brain is shot right now. What was I gonna do next? Oh! Basically how this one is going to work is it's gonna be kind of like the Dark of the Moon Seekers, only instead of actually pulling the others off and then taking a look, I'm actually going to pull one to the front, move them around, which would probably make sense if I move them back a little bit. And of course, that's a problem with my Galvatron. He does not want to stand up. That's my one main issue with him. Since he decided to fall over, he gets to go first. Now, Galvatron, as a lot of people have said, is an epic fail figure. He's overly complex. He's like just, and a lot of his posability is just shot. I mean, like, his left arm is okay. It's got a double joint at the elbow, and it's got a ball joint at the shoulder. This is all his other shoulder can do, and that's all his right arm can do. That is legitimately it. So your posability in the right arm is just completely gone, which really kind of sucks. That, and you're stuck with this. I'm going to punch you with my left arm to show my dominance, but then I'm going to shake your hand. Really? That's not Galvatron. I'm sorry, but that's not. Other than that, he's actually a very imposing and very menacing looking figure. And I am happy with it. Just because, you know, I'm one of those guys where I really don't mind a super complex transformation. Matter of fact, I prefer complex transformations, because that means you're actually getting a bang for your buck. Especially when you actually figure out the transformation, it makes you feel superior of the figure. So that's Galvatron, if he'll stand up. Next up, we're going to take a look at Cyclonus. And yes, I'm going in chronological order. And I lost his, jeez. I lost his version of Nightstick, which was just the purple one. But since I actually like the one from the Battle in Space 2-pack, I use this one. And look at that basic transformation. There he is in robot mode. Fold these up, fold his body in half, flip up the barrel, and there you go, you got the gun. It can fit in his hand as a pistol, or you could fold his entire hand back into his arm. You could fold up Nightstick's arms, and then just kind of push this in there, and now you got Cyclonus with an arm cannon. And you know what? I think that's actually starting to grow on me. You know what? I'm kind of starting to like that now. You know what? I think we're going to leave him like that. Because it actually looks kind of cool. But yeah, like, his initial release got me just absolutely psyched. Because the first thing that was going through my mind, 1986 Decepticons in classic form. Of course, we had to wait until the Generations line. But, oh well. As you can see, like, even though the Challenge of Cybertron or the Battle in Space packs had the much more G1 accurate color scheme, I like this color scheme much better. Because this just all around looks absolutely stunning. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of overspray right there, but, you know, that's about it. Other than that, he's a pretty damn solid figure. So, yeah, there you go. Whoa. And, of course, the last one in the chronological order, which also being the absolute best of the three, Generation Scourge. Oh, man, where do I even start? An absolutely stunning figure. The blue just pops so well. It's just, not only that, even though this thing doesn't turn into a robot, it looks like his Target Master. So that's a good enough homage to me. And look at the head sculpt. That is just, oh man, look at that head. I mean, can you deny that? That is, very few Decepticons can pull that look off. And Scourge does it beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. And he's got just enough articulation. And one of the things that I thought was going to be a major problem with him was stability due to his backpack. But I'm very glad that they actually gave him some pretty wide looking feet, because he stands perfectly. I should probably angle this down so I won't have to pick the camera up. But yeah, you can just see why I like this one so much. It looks absolutely stunning. The white and the blue work so well. It's just, he's absolutely stunning in every way. I love this figure. But yeah, time to pick the camera back up to get all three pack in shot. Because now, we're actually going to do transformations into their vehicle modes. This is probably the part that's going to take a long time, because I'm going in chronological order again. Which means he's first. I'm going to have to sit up for this. So basically, we're going to start with his left arm. You're going to fold this piece in, rotate. Oh yeah, he's also got that bicep rotation. You're going to rotate it to the side like that. Flip his hand in. Fold his arm up like that, and then flip this top part of the shoulder down to where it kind of forms like a solid piece. And then we're going to come to the back, untab these, and then kind of take these and fold them in. And I guess you could just leave those there for now. You can probably tell I haven't done this in a while. Oh yeah, that's right. You're gonna lift this chest piece up, which I don't get the peg holes. I mean, like, maybe there was supposed to be some pegs, so that when you slap that down, it would peg into place. But, you know, random peg holes. Why? Oh well. Anyways, once you lift that piece up, you're going to push down, and it's going to slide his head into that cavity, and then you're going to flip this back up, which in turn covers the face. Now, this bit is hard because you're supposed to rotate it up and over. Wow. Okay, one of the major problems was the arm would pop off of the ball joint. And that's a first, because I actually managed to do it without the arm popping off. So, yeah. Anyways, once you get that done, you're going to slide this piece up and then fold it out like that. Rotate the cannon up like that. Split his shoulder in half. And then kind of shoot the missile out real quick, because this is actually a real pain to do. But basically you gotta wiggle this in until you feel it click. And once you feel that click, it's in. And then you rotate his right hand in like this. Rotate up that missile pack. Rotate, and then you just kind of gotta find that sweet spot so it'll fit and cover the entire backside. And there's the turret. Now his legs, you're going to lift this piece up. You're going to rotate his waist. Then you're going to rotate this piece. Then you're going to rotate his shin, or his shins. You're going to do this on both sides. Then you're going to fold in his feet and then rotate them. And then you're going to okay. Then you're going to take this piece and you're going to fold it up like this. And then you're going to take the two leg pieces and you're going to fold them back like this. Which in turn, you should basically, just a lot of stuff gets in the way if you don't do this right. Clearly enough, I'm not. Flip this piece up, which is, now it's a pain in the ass. Come on, there we go. Get these all nice and put together, and then just fold it down to where it pegs in. And there's the back of his tank, which is just a nice flat bed looking thing, and that never pegs in tight enough to where it'll stay. But yeah, you basically take these pieces and you fold them in like this. Take the turret, fold it over, and it doesn't peg into place, but it kind of just sockets and like just softly rests in a hole. And then you're going to rotate these, and then you're going to fold these to where they fit in. Push these outward like that. Kind of sort of gotta fiddle with these to get them to fit. And that's the one thing that's really gonna get on my nerves. There we go. So basically you gotta make sure that this piece is nice and flat. And then you just fold that piece down. Kind of sort of fit that on top. And if you shot off the missile, grab it and stick that and load it back into Galvatron. And there is his tank mode. That took me 12 freaking minutes, or however long it took for me to get through the guys' robot modes. Yeah. I love complex transformations, so therefore I suspect awesome looking vehicles and robots. The tank mode, I will admit, is a little weak. I mean, you get the turret rotation. That's a nice touch. But the rest of it, it's pushing. I mean, I don't remember there being a tank that could pull stuff. And I seriously don't remember an actual tank turret with the cannon having a little cockpit. up there that looks like it should be a jet. I'm sorry. That's a nitpick. This does not look like an actual tank in real life. It works for Galvatron though. I will give it that. So we're gonna rotate that to where he's staring us in the face as he heralds our doom. And he won't stay together. That's another problem I have with him. He just refuses to stay together. But yeah, we're gonna pick the camera back up. Because now we're going to go into a much easier transformation, Cyclonus. You're going to unpack. If you have it in his hand, pull it out of it. My apologies, guys. The camera died on me. But yeah, basically, whatever I said about that. You're going to flip his hands in. Straighten his arms out. Just get him nice and straight. Rip off his shoulders, rotate them like this. Crap, I can't remember how this works. Fold his wings. Okay, rotate this like that. Fold his wing in to where it pegs in like that. And fold his arm in to where it pegs into his wing. Do the same thing on the other side. Or as Emgo says, second verse, same as the first. You're going to rotate his head to where he's looking behind him in a very uncomfortable way. You're going to open up his back, and you're going to pull out the nose cone. You're going to extend the rest of it. You're just going to fold the rest of it to where it covers his head. Rotate these to where they're down here. Come in here, split his legs open, and just kind of peg those in up there. Pull these apart and kind of peg these. They don't really peg, they just kind of sit. Fold his toes up and his heels up. Kind of rest these onto here and then peg them in. And then all that's really left is to come underneath here and flip out the landing gear. And then stick nightstick on top. And there we have Cyclonus in his Cybertronian jet mode. I will be the first to say this is a spot-on look to his G1 counterpart. This looks awesome. I mean, look at that. Come on, you cannot deny that. You cannot deny him. Like, just that freaking badass in the 1986 movie and everything in season 3 of G1. Come on, you cannot deny him that. It looks so great. I'll put him there, and then we're gonna go to the one who has the most realistic of the vehicle modes, Scourge. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull his gun out of his hand. Whoa, don't fall on me. We're gonna split it in half. And if you wanted to, I seriously doubt I mentioned this in his video review, you can actually split these apart and give him dual wield guns. I prefer to do the little target master, but we're not going to be featuring that anymore. We're gonna fold his gun up like that, and then we're gonna come to the back, which is one of the coolest features this guy has. You can actually open this up, and I think this is the one with the, yeah, and you can actually kind of sort of fit his guns in, and then just kind of close the wing up over his guns to store them. This one actually kind of has a bit of a grip so that it stays in there. The other one just kind of sits. And So yeah, once you get that done, this whole piece kind of just unpegs and stuff like that, so don't worry about that. The first thing we're going to do is transform his arms, which is one of the neatest ways to transform a dude's arm I've ever seen in my entire life. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to pull him out of the shoulder, rotate, slide his hand in, just take this whole piece, and rotate it up like this, or I guess you gotta do it the other way. Push it in, rotate this around, and then fold it over to where it pegs in right there, and then fold this piece up like that. And that's how you transform his arms. Do the same to the other side. There we go. Not really sure how these should be positioned, but yeah. Bring these down, and that will bring his chest piece down at the same time. Rotate, fold these pieces down, push his head in, which will in turn is supposed to allow you to rotate this entire piece forward. It's supposed to. I don't know what the hell he's doing. There we go. I just had to force it a little bit. Anyways, once you get that done, you're going to fold these back like this. And his leg popped off. That's a first. But it's just a simple ball joint, so it'll peg right back into place. You're going to take his legs, you're going to fold these bits in like this. And I believe I was supposed to rotate the waist first, which was why he wasn't cooperating with me. Hold on. Oh, come on. Don't be like this now. Yeah, he is supposed to be rotated like that, because then you can just redo all this. And then you just fold that piece up to where it kind of flattens it out. And fold this piece, or his leg, up it. Just kind of collapse his legs in like that. Peg them together. And his feet create his cockpit. There we go. Now for the final part, you take these pieces and you fold them around like this. You flip them under. Kind of orient it to where it just fits under. And then peg his wings in. Then come underneath, flip out his landing gear, which is always a pain in the ass to do for me. Flip out his landing gear. And there is Scourge. Vehicle mode. Whoa. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Whew. Man. So, yeah. Definitely the most realistic looking of the three vehicle modes. This, I believe, is supposed to be like some kind of bomber. I don't know. Obviously, somebody will chime in somewhere down there and tell me what he's supposed to be. Which I'd love it if they would. One person in general. Jade, please. Tell me what this is. Please. I love you. But yeah. That's it. That's all three of their transformations in reverse. So what micro buyers recommend the 1986 Decepticons in classic form. If you were only forced to get one, get him, because I still see him in stores. If you want all three, you're gonna have to pay a measly amount for these two. Whether you get the Henkei versions, whether you get the regular American releases, whether you get the Challenge at Cybertron set, which has them both in their much more G1 accurate color schemes. Whichever ones you get, you're gonna have to pay a bit more to get them. But all in all three of them, definitely worth having. I could not be happier with them. I mean, obviously the weakest of the three is Galvatron. And the strongest of the three is Scourge. For me, he's in the middle. Vehicle mode wise, he's the weakest because he's the least realistic. He is Cybertronian, and he is much more realistic. I've actually seen pictures of his jet mode. Robot mode wise, I would have to give it to Cyclonus because he has the most accurate robot mode to his G1 look. And that just sets it in stone for me. So yeah, now I'm rambling. I guess we could show off the actual size of the vehicles with, you guessed it, the Seekers. So yeah, you can see how big he is. You can see how big he is. Basically just want to beat on the fact that, like, yeah. Much bigger jet. Much bigger jet. So yeah, I'm finally done. I had a lot of fun doing this one, I'm not gonna lie. The only bit of it was the camera dying. So, yeah. Signing out!